Haumitakepi. Now we're going to finish our December calendar on Excel. I might not have left us enough room up here for our title, but we'll see. So the first thing we need to do in our home ribbon is hit insert, and then we are looking for word art, which is way over here, and then pick out a design that you might like. I'm just going to set with that one, and I am going to type December there, and you can change it. You can do all kinds of stuff you want. You can shape fill, you can change your text fill. Maybe I want it to be red. Nothing happened, I guess, but there's all kinds of different things you can do. You can add shadows to it, you know. Again, nothing happened, I guess, but yeah, you can play with it. And then we are going to have to make it a lot smaller. Okay, I'm going to format my shape. I'm going to right click, format shape. My line, I want no line around it. That font smaller. 36 will probably work. Still too big. Okay. Try 24. See, when we were doing our first day, I did not leave us enough room. So 24 is going to have to work. And then sometimes I just like to pull this all the way out, so that I know for sure that it's in the center of my document. Okay, so we have December now as our title. The next thing we're going to do is start inserting the stuff we want. So make it personal to you. The important dates in December, maybe your birthday's in December, maybe your mom, dad, little brother, little sister, somebody close to you's birthday's in December. But we could start adding those types of things. So the way we do that is insert shapes. Here's our text box. So wrong one, but I'm going to add this over here. I don't want a line on mine, so I'm going back to my format shapes. If this doesn't pop up, what you want to do is format shape and then line and no line. What that does is that takes away this border line, and it does not show. So December 30th is my older brother's birthday. So, and then I want to center that. I need to make this wider. Okay, so that is my brother's birthday. There are some important dates that I want you to add to your calendar from our history. So one is the death of Sitting Bull. He was killed on December 15th, Wanietuwi Ake Zapta, which is on Owanka Ujajapi, which is Saturday. So the way to do that is, the easiest way is to click here, Control C, which copies it. I go back here and Control V. And then you just change the text. So I am going to bold the year 1890. Oh, I'm still on my Lakota keyboard, 1890. And then I am going to put in Sitting. I don't necessarily want to bold my the details of it all. But the other thing I would suggest is making these 8-point font, because you're going to have things that more things to add in some of these bubbles. So like, let's also put in another important day is Wanichoka Chemana Nupa Ake Shakbe, December 26th. This day, and we'll Control C this one because it has the 8-point font, is when the 38 plus 2 were hung at the discretion of Abraham Lincoln. The United States hung 38 Dakota. Let's see, Dakota 38 plus 2. Okay, so we have another day. Another important day is December 29th, 1890. So that is the day that the Wounded Knee Massacre happened on Wounded Knee Creek. So what happened was many fled from Sitting Bull's assassination, and they met up with Bigfoot's band around Cherry Creek area, and then went on to Pine Ridge. They were seeking safety, and that's why the Bigfoot ride starts on December 15th down at the Bigfoot or at the Sitting Bull site where he was killed, and it finishes at Wounded Knee. And you go on that path to honor the relatives. So that happened in 1890. 1890, Sitting Bull killed on December 15th. Wounded Knee Massacre happened on December 29th. After that, I put a lot of things that were important to me. You can put things that are important to you. So like, as you can tell, this is the new month. The new moon starts right here. In 1874, Standing Rock was named. It was originally Grand River Agency on December 22nd. Another important day on December 22nd is the 1944 Pick-Sloan Act, which we lost thousands and thousands of acres, and Kennel area was flooded out. And that happened in 1944. If you just take a look at the calendar that I provided for you, you have all of those important dates. Those are the 3 dates that I think are really important and I would like to have on your calendars. And then the rest of the dates make it important to you. So what you could do is, for example, on days we have no school. So we have no school December 13th and 14th for LN9. And what you could do is just fill. You can go here into your paint bucket and fill those days with some sort of like lighter color to symbolize that we have no school. We also have no school this whole week here. And see how that got funny there? So what you have to go back and do is you have to fill, or no fill. If you go back to your shape, you format your shape, fill, go no fill, and that'll change that entire thing for you. So these are all days we do not have school, and it continues on to the 31st, of course the 1st and 2nd, but we're not concentrating on January of this month. So there you have your days off. So it's new this year as we go to LNI, come back and have a week of school. Other things you can put in, for example, are like LNI, right? Control C, so LNI starts on a Wednesday, and then I'm just going to put LNI, format that, Maybe I want it down here. And then I'm just going to Control C, Control V, 4 days, because Alani lasts for 4 days. Put that there. Put this one here. And this one here. Okay, so our new moon starts here. And what we could do on that is insert online pictures and look for full moon, not the new moon, right? Full moon. And these are all pictures that are Creative Commons. So that means that we can use these pictures as long as there's certain things is that we do not use it necessarily for making money and stuff like that, but it is Creative Commons, so we are able to use those. So what picture do I want to use? There are more pictures down here. Maybe I just want this one. So I'm going to right click. Yeah, that one's kind of boring though. Maybe I like this one. Okay, I clicked on it. Oh jeez. I'm going to unclick on this one, this boring one. So it's back here. I'm going to insert. And I got this huge picture. So all I need to do is just cut it down to size right here to fit into my bubble. And what I could also do is right click and send to back. So that will be behind, should be behind all of my other stuff. So I have a picture of the new moon, or the full moon, there. Other things we could do is, of course, Woshpipi, which is how the Lakota say Christmas. And I could put Christmas tree. I could insert a Christmas tree from my online pictures. And I kind of like this cartoony tree over here. Hey, where'd it go? Snuck over here. I like the cartoon looking tree. So you always want to drag at your corners. If you don't drag at your corners, what's going to happen is yikes, I'm messing it up. Oh, let's just undo that. You always want to drag at your corners, because if you don't, it keeps the picture. And I'm going to click on that, Control X. Oh. These two are together for some reason. Okay, that's what I want to do. So drag at the corner. I'm going to insert, and feel free to use color, because we can use the color printer for these. Also, we could just start adding things like things that are important to you. So we have Alani. Our first game is on the 7th for girls and boys basketball. So if I want, I could just go back here, Control C, Control V, Control V, and I am putting away Harriet Selby, and then same thing here, boys basketball. I don't want it bolded. Control B will unbold that. And away game, lemon. So there's some things you can do too. You can add a basketball, insert online pictures. Hapshkatapi, basketball. I always like the cartoony looks in my calendars. So I got a great huge basketball that up into here. And what I need to do is right click and send that to back. And then it shows up in the back, but I want it to show through, so I need to click on my text box again and go no fill. And maybe I want to bold this so it shines a little bit, or maybe I want to change the font to white. That way it'll show through better. I like that look. I like the basketball, so I'm going to Control C, Control V again. I'm going to come back and do the same thing. I need my text, but so click the text. Alright, let's change this text first. Then we'll put the picture on there. Make it a little bit bigger. Then I'm going to right click and send to back. Then I'm going back over here, back onto my thing and putting no fill. Just like that. We have a basketball in the background. I need to center this. Then I can center this. Okay, so there are all kinds of different things you can do with your calendar. So like I said, feel free to create the calendar how you wish.